I've played Guild Wars 2 for over 20,000 hours, and I've learned a whole lot and collected just about everything in the game, so it's a perfect time to go round again. Join me in the adventures of my completely fresh account known only as the Microtransaction Enjoyer, on the quest of obtaining and unlocking everything in the game, from legendary gear and mounts to living world story episodes, maps, and ultimate gem store quality of life, purely through efficient and somewhat sensible gameplay. No real money required. Okay. So let's see, what are we going to do here? I think I'm just going to open up with some strike missions, to be honest. We've got to do a lot of the... we're kind of in a bit of the grind phase right now, actually. In this current moment, we basically got to grind out a lot of strike missions. We need to start earning a lot of gold. We have 71 here, that's obviously not bad, but we actually want to start thinking about unlocking stuff, specifically unlocking the story. I'm pretty happy with the way our gear is right now on this character. I'm not going to gear up other characters for a little while. Our first, kind of the next mission here is going to be to actually try and unlock some stuff, right? So we're going to be looking at Living World. I'll probably try and grind out a lot of the Living World stuff so we can get to the key farming maps. I want to see stuff like Palawadan unlocked, Drizzlewood unlocked, right, etc., etc., etc. So we can get to those really good farming maps. I think, you know, funnily enough, like this Steam Elite Jumpstart package, this is something I'm definitely looking at, actually. It's 2,400 gems. How much actually is that? That is going to cost us 710 gold. That's actually a really good pickup. If we can get that, because again, that's actually got a lot of the kind of basic convenience in it that we'd really want. We get an extra shared inventory slot, that's great, to put our copper-fed salvage-o-matic in. We have perma-gathering tools, which is like a slow increase to our income. An extra character slot is excellent for when we want to make some new characters. And we get a VIP pass there as well, the Royal Terrace pass. It's not as good as the Mistlock Sanctuary one, and we probably will go for the Mistlock Sanctuary one eventually because it has fractals in it as well. So it's kind of like a bit of a no-brainer, a bit of a bonus. I guess you might want to go for Armistice Bastion too, but regardless, this is definitely something that's good. These are our targets. These are our goals. 71 gold right now, a little bit of a grind to get there, but actually shouldn't be too bad, I think. Should be no problem at all. We've got some good gold farming available to us right now. And I think the first story that I actually want to go for is, it actually might need to be some Icebrood Saga stuff, because I really need some mastery points from the Icebrood Saga, because I want to get my Icebrood Saga strike missions fully online. And to do that, we actually need to level up our Resilience, Valor, and Vigilance Essence Manipulation. If you don't do this, just too long, didn't understand or read the wiki page, you get more loot if you level this up, right? That's basically, that's all you got to know from the Icebrood Saga strike mission. So we've got to get that going. We've got to get that going. Oh, yeah. Let's get to it. I'm going to join the LFG. Let's do it. Yes, Icebrood Saga strikes. Wait, why are they putting... Oh, yeah, I guess this is just strike missions. So let's see. Can we get in? I'm actually just going to make my own group here, because I actually want to do Icebrood Saga strike missions, and I also want to do Dragonstorm at the same time. That's actually the really, really important thing here, is that we're going to get all of these strike missions done. So from Icebrood Saga, let's see, we can do Cold... Well, do we even want to... Do I want to do Cold Wars? Can I use this, by the way? Ah, yeah, I need blue profit crystals, but I can actually open this as well, so we can actually double up. So we probably want to do at least one Cold War to double our loot from that. Cold War is not particularly, not really that much fun, but yeah, we can maybe do that as well. Here we go. Strike missions. Let's do this. Experienced. All strikes plus DS. Plus 10 player Dragonstorm. Easy. Right, there we go. We're on the LFG. I'm going to start getting to the end of that, and we should be good to go here. This is a pretty common thing to do. A lot of players actually... Honestly, maybe the Dragonstorm isn't that common, actually, but I think it should be. I think if you're a gamer, you should get into the habit of doing all of your Icebrood Saga strike missions, and then doing Dragonstorm directly after that as well. That is true, actually. I need to say Icebrood Saga. Okay, all... Okay, IBS strikes. There we go. Irritable Bowel Syndrome strikes and Dragonstorm. Let's go. I joined because you were mentioned on Dev Hour? What's that? Surely it couldn't be Dev Hour these nuts. I like how that's the first thing that this guy said in the chat. That's good. I like that. That's good. I like it. I like it. Now I'm just basically waiting for our group to actually fill. I'm going to get to the end of this. I'm going to get these strike missions done. Let's go. Yes, that is indeed a top keck, hilarious meme moment there. Incredible. It's incredible stuff. How important are filling classes for Icebrood Saga strikes? Your LFG is very non-specific. I'm pretty chill about this. I'm going to just like make what I can with what we get. Usually it should work out. You do want to try and go for gold times. You don't need a good comp to go for gold times, except for Whisper of Jormag. For Whisper of Jormag, you might want to be a little bit sweatier in terms of what you might require from people if you want to get the gold. But honestly, even there, you're still going to kill it at the end of the day, so you don't really care that much. If you have like a good comp or anything like that. Yeah, it's not really that necessary. I mean, regardless, I'm going to carry people pretty hard. Very straightforward strike mission to start things off. But, there's going to be some, there's going to be some slightly more challenging ones. Don't worry about that. And I think this is actually going to be the first time we try Boneskinner today. That's definitely going to be a strike mission where we're going to be playing a lot more defensively than we would be normally. Because that is where things can really go wrong. I can actually see us having a little bit of trouble with the Boneskinner. I'm really curious to see how that's going to go. It's a very high damage pressure. A lot of damage on the Boneskinner. And that can lead to a few problems. The Boneskinner may win. It's possible the Boneskinner can win. We may lose. Next up, I actually think we will do Cold War because I actually want to open this bonus chest at some point. The bonus chest is actually valuable. Basically, it kind of doubles your loot from doing strike missions once a week. There is a reason why ArenaNet don't do strike missions like the Icebrood Saga ones anymore. The reason is because the reward system was so unbelievably complicated that I actually don't think even they understood it, right? I don't either. So, I wouldn't worry about it too much if you don't understand, because I know I definitely don't. So there is that. There is that to consider, but anyway, here we go. Here comes the next one. This strike mission is a bit of a giant meme. We just had to fight like waves of trash mobs than a boss. The boss actually is quite hard though, actually. You got to watch out for that. But yeah, this one is... this strike mission is very unpopular. Not a lot of people do it. I would say it is technically worth doing, as long as you have like decent damage and you can kill the boss pretty quickly. And also if you're actually making sure to reopen the chest at the end. This is not something you want to do every day though, funnily enough. This strike mission is something that you do once a week, right? If you're confused, don't worry, everyone is. I am as well. A lot of the Icebrood Saga ones you do daily. The reason is because they're very, very fast and give you like solid rewards every single day. This one though, you just use it to open the bonus chest once a week. I think we'll talk a little bit about the bonus chest after we get through the strike mission. If you want to actually optimize the strike mission we're doing right now, you actually do want to try and shoot down all of the helicopters. If you pick up these Charzookas and shoot down the helicopters, that will actually, get you a little bit of bonus loot at the end. Kind of enables a little bit of action cam here for that fully immersive experience. And then away we go. Periodically, we're going to have to fight some of these champions. They aren't really anything too crazy. Just, do a fair bit of damage. They do some attacks. They stomp you and so on. Just keep blasting away. Whenever they get Defiance bars, just make sure to break the Defiance bars. That's kind of like the most important thing with a lot of these champion-style encounters. Defiance bars are your friend. You want those things gone. Whenever you see any kind of big attack, don't get hit by the big attack. I think the final boss here actually could potentially give us a bit of trouble. Like the final boss here, depending on a bit of randomness, basically the final boss is much like a bounty and has like a few random mechanics. Can actually be pretty painful. Like wiping here would be genuinely tragic. Okay, we would not want to do that because then we that isn't good. We don't want to go around again here. Not good. Yeah, the good thing about this is that I think you get like a good chunk. You get a good chunk of XP from doing this as well, from a lot of these strike missions. Although I do need some mastery points, which is why I do need to probably unlock some of the Icebrood Saga story pretty early on. Because if I don't, I'm not going to be able to actually get full value out of doing these strike missions. Don't get me wrong, they're still going to be good, but I just want to be able to get full value. And I want full value. Full value! Oh boy, yeah, we actually have some slightly annoying ones here. We have Icy Echoes, Flash Freeze, and Lethal Coalescence. So yeah, this actually might get a little bit messy. So basically what this means is that there's going to be, yeah, basically a lot of damage when you actually attack the boss. There's going to be like explosions that hit nearby allies. Well, that's the Icy Echoes one. There's also that shockwave that slows and does damage and freezes you. And we also have some explosions as well, some coalescences. So actually, this one is not the best. It could be worse, but yeah, the Icy Echoes is the scary one actually, in general. That's the one that typically causes problems. Well, they have, yeah, now they're back. But yeah, they disappeared for a bit, but yep, they're back now. But yeah, as long as you can just continuously break the Defiance bar, you can remove those buffs from the boss. But yeah, you have to be very, very careful. For Icy Echoes, the thing you can do is just be a little bit spread out, right? Like, not fully spread, obviously, but just be trying to, like, max melee range the boss and be, like, a little bit spread. And you'll find that that works out pretty well. Other than that, just try to not be in the orange and you'll probably do okay. I'm honestly actually really surprised at how much damage this build does. Are you guys seeing this? It's like 12k burns almost permanently. That is actually so wild. I can't believe that. Like, considering that we have such a strong healing build, we're running like a very defensive setup with our abilities and like with the traits and weapons that we're using. I am honestly amazed like how hard this build actually hits. It is crazy. Look at that. Let's go. 16k. All right, we did it. Oh, I do get a mastery point, which is quite nice, but we're going to need a lot more than that. Going to need a lot more than that. Getting access to Drakkar will actually be really good. So I'm very tempted to go for Bura Marches as maybe one of our first unlocks, actually. I'm super tempted to take Stability here, actually, but I think what we're going to do, we're going to change our build a little bit, and we're going to go Stun Break Mantra, and then we're going to play really defensively with Stalwart Speed. I'm actually very tempted to go, like, full heal here, actually, as much healing as possible. In fact, I think I will, because this is a very healing-intensive encounter. So I'm going to change to Virtues, go with more healing, some pulsing healing here with Battle Presence and Absolute Resolution. Then we're also going to do Master of Consecrations so that we can do a little bit of this. I'm going to take Bow of Truth for even more healing output, Sanctuary for crowd control, still with our quickness, and we're going to use our Mantra of Liberation to basically break people out of stun if they get knocked over, because getting stunned here is really, really bad. So we're just going to give as much healing as we possibly can, as many defensive boons as we possibly can here, and see what we can do about that. Because it's a very high-pressure encounter, a lot of healing, and a lot of ways to very easily die in this situation. So let's see what we can do here with that. This is a very important part of playing Guild Wars 2. Adapting the build. Adapting the build. We actually do have a heal Scourge here as well. That should really help. But again, the reason I'm playing so defensively is because this is definitely a strike mission that can kill you if you are unprepared or if you're playing with new people, because players are simply not going to be used to this much damage coming in. So yeah, be ready to do that. Be ready to do that, my friends. Let's go! All right, here we go. So we're just going to go ahead and burst a lot of quickness. And here I'm just going to watch people who get stunned. And then we're going to go ahead and heal them as much as we possibly can. But I'm not really going to focus on damage right now. I'm going to, oh, well, I can't save that person because they just died instantly. So that's a bit unfortunate. I don't have Alacrity anymore, which does make me quite sad, but that's fine. So breaking this Defiance bar is really important. So we're going to massively go for it here and get everything we got. We actually failed. And you can see this is why this strike mission is a little bit more punishing. You can absolutely get memed. Now, this is a really interesting nuance that I'm going to express to you guys here. I'm actually not going to revive that much as a healer. I'm going to let other people revive while I continuously heal them. The reason for this is that I want to be healing my allies while they're taking damage. Okay? And then other players revive them while I heal those allies. Doing this is actually kind of the correct procedure. If your healer actually starts reviving, this can potentially be highly problematic, actually, as the healer then stops healing and everyone just dies to all the damage going on around. So in an ideal world, it's actually the damaging players that end up reviving, rather than necessarily the healers. Kind of like a little nuance there about how stuff like this actually works. Gonna stun break those players. They keep standing in the AoEs, though. I don't like that. Fortunately, they're not standing in the AoEs that much. This is actually quite sweaty. This could really get a little bit crazy. We're going to have to really blast some healing here as much as we can. Good. This is nice. I like that. Get back off. Stun break those players. Good. This elite skill. I guess I should explain that. This is a really weird elite skill. It actually stun breaks your allies as well, and not just you. And that means that, you know, if they get knocked over or something, we can actually help them, which is really strong, obviously. Get some reflects up here. Drop our Sanctuary. I'm trying to hit my allies with the Sanctuary too, because Sanctuary actually heals as well. Our crowd control is absolutely putrid. Are we actually stable, though? The important thing is, are we actually stable? I believe we kind of are. I don't think we're going to die. So we're going to very slowly, very steadily get there in the end. We're probably not going to get the gold award, but that's fine. Oh, he'll always tank that charge. I honestly have no idea how. It has like a 10 million year wind-up. He'll still eat it anyway. It's pretty crazy. Stun break that guy. There we go. That player's just AFK over there randomly. I like it. They're still AFK. What are they doing? That actual player is just completely trolling over there. I enjoy that. I'm not even going to worry about CC anymore. It's totally pointless. We're not going to get that ever. It's not happening. I'm just going to use everything. I'm actually a little bit low on cooldowns. I'm just going to start dodge rolling to heal people now as well. We're using everything in our power to keep people alive. We're blasting healing here. Stop running around. They keep running around. I don't like it. Again, we're not going to revive here. Well, actually, I probably can get away with that. Can probably get away with that one. I'm going to try and hold this player. Don't want them to die. It's big. I like it. Get the defenses up. Reflect those projectiles away. Although, honestly, this is a really big misconception. Almost everyone thinks that these little wisps do a lot of damage on this fight. That's actually not really true. The problem with the wisps is that they turn out the lights at the edge of the arena that makes the passive damage on this fight a lot stronger. People actually run reflects on this fight for no reason. The damage is actually almost entirely the ticking damage, not the actual the ads themselves. What you should do on this fight is actually pull the ads in. You should use abilities like Spectral Grasp on Necromancer or a Focus Pull on Mesmer to pull them in and kill them so they don't put the lights out. People in general approach this fight very, very incorrectly. Well, I'll just put my Sanctuary down for healing at this point. I was maybe a little bit optimistic when I thought we were going to actually break this Defiance bar, stun break those guys so they don't die. That was perhaps a little on the optimistic side. But what can I say? What can I say? I'm an optimist. I like to dare to dream. And we've actually made it through this encounter with almost everyone alive. That's pretty good. I like that. Axe pull on Firebrand. Could do, but it's not really quite good enough. You need like a really long range pull because they're quite far out. I don't... As you can see, things are a little tense. It will be a little bit difficult for me to... to run out and hook one in and then continue, right? It will be a... Yeah. Not the way to go, though. Can I actually loot some of these? Yeah, I actually can. Very nice. Oh, I can't get that one, though. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. You hate to see it. And this is what we want here. We get loads of extra materials. We get eternal ice shards from opening these chests and itrite ingots. These are actually good for 32 slot bags. So we actually might kind of keep these to eventually improve our inventory space massively. We'll probably sell them for now, though. It's kind of like a very late game thing to do that. But yeah, very highly valuable here. Very good stuff. And of course, we can get more and more of those as we continue. Let's do this. Oh, nice. Someone left, but then someone joined again. I like that. So this strike mission... Oh, no. Oh, no. I need to... my build. No. All right. We're going to do stability here. I'm actually just going to say, screw it. We're just going to go ahead and... We're going to go ahead and we'll run a full heal build. I don't have time to change it. But I managed to change my abilities pretty well, though. All right. This strike mission is the real deal, as it were. The real deal, my friends. Pretty much the hardest Icebrood Saga one. Much more akin to, it's like a little bit like a raid boss. There are various mechanics. You have to spread out and not die here. You can actually dodge yours, but you can't dodge. This is a really weird mechanic. You can dodge your circle there, but you can't dodge other people's circles. So you want to spread out and then dodge to not take damage there. Green circle. Go in the green circle. That is where you belong. Someone died. That actually probably wasn't their fault. It was probably because of a bug. If you do randomly die on this encounter, just be aware that probably actually isn't your fault. Sometimes you do randomly die here. Sometimes the boss goes invisible. Sometimes the boss uses all of its abilities with absolutely no cooldown. Like all of these things and more with Whisper and Jormag. With Whisper of Jormag. So now we have this new mechanic. Basically, these chains. This is a pretty fun mechanic. Basically, if touch anyone with these chains that are latched onto you, you kill them. Well, not instantly, but you do a lot of damage to them. You can see the chains forming there. Basically, don't touch the chains unless you are the chain person. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time. Now we have this Defiance bar. You want to break this, otherwise you take massive area damage. Fortunately, we were able to activate our crowd control and get the job done there pretty effectively. Yeah, I don't really have my proper build on right now. Oh, I'm going to take a bit of damage. So you can see that this player's AoE hit me because I was too close to them. That's how it works. The boss teleports around a little bit, but it's not the end of the universe. Oh boy, yeah, that's going to hurt. So basically that green circle that will just kill people if they're alone, right? It does a lot of damage to that person. You have to spread the damage out. Wow. I took this crowd control ability, Sanctuary, because our crowd control is really bad on Boneskinner, but people have actually remembered to use their abilities on this one. So, yeah. I've kind of wasted my skill there, but you know what? It's fine. It's a cool ability against someone, a blue bubble. I like it. Hooray! Very good. And now we get another phase here, just like the one at 75%, where we have to kind of kill a little clone of ourselves. Doesn't really do anything. It's very easy, actually, but there you go. It is very easy. All right, here we go. So the boss is probably going to hit us with a shockwave now, so I'm going to precast ability. There you go. You can see that I was able to prevent my team from getting knocked back. This phase can get a little bit chaotic. The most important thing is get ready to run away from the boss, because something is about to happen that is pretty interesting. That was a great mantra usage there by me, and by good, I mean terrible. So we're going to have to spread out away from the boss pretty soon, because now it will fire out a zillion orbs. These orbs will absolutely mess you up. Basically, chill out and don't do anything. There's a green over there, so we want to actually get in the green with these players over here so we don't die, or they don't die. That's good. We save them. And that's going to just kind of repeat here. You're going to get knocked back, and then you're going to see again all these orbs coming out. So this does slow down your damage a lot, but we're going to get a Defiance bar soon, and that will probably allow us just to finish the job. Yeah, here it comes. So here comes the Defiance bar. It's going to be a green circle at the same time. It's going to stack in that with this player so they don't die. We should be able to kind of get the job done from there. We have so many healers, actually. Is there something that does happen sometimes where, you know, when you don't optimize your squad, you're going to have, like, kind of random squads. You won't have, like, perfect composition. You'll have, like, some weird comp stuff sometimes, but, who cares, right? It's all good. Another mastery point. That's really good for us, actually. And we're going to get even more Mystic Clovers. Like, this, we are actually getting carried so hard by ArenaNet giving us return, like the Season of the Dragons. Seriously, check this out, guys. We actually have basically a full legendary, well, half a legendary worth of Mystic Clovers just by doing strike missions for the first time. So we've actually got a massive head start on our first legendary, thanks to the set of achievements that ArenaNet added to the game to basically keep people occupied while waiting for End of Dragons. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. We can grab a few of these. There we go. We get a few chests, but as we continue to unlock those masteries, we'll get all of the chests eventually. It's gonna be great. Yeah, bless me. Let me actually sort this microphone out real quick. I mean, I want to kind of, I don't want to like, but I don't want to do all the content all at once. I want to gently go into the, and look at that, all those achievements at the same time, and a mastery point, and we're getting our 2 gold. I mean, wow. Insane. And we even got the Tequaddle spoon as well. Goodness me. We are putting in the work with getting that Tequaddle done. What's the daily strike for End of Dragons? Ah, Anka. We'll just go and grab that real quick then. We're going to go do daily strike in End of Dragons. We can get some bonus loot here, some extra shards, which is going to be excellent. And of course, you know, it's part of like doing all of our weekly strike missions for even more loot. Guild Wars 2, the game of goddamn infinite dailies. And there we are. Daily strike mission completed. I love to see that. Fantastic. So doing weekly strikes is great because we get 2 gold, and I'll probably start doing weekly strikes this week, actually. And, well, if you want to be super, super technical about it, the best way to go about doing this is to actually do the daily strike every day until you've done the weekly, and then don't do any more strikes. Because obviously the dailies rotate round, right? So we're going to get daily Xunlai today, then it will be Kaineng, then it will be Harvest Symbol, then it will be Aetherblade again, I think. Or it might even be random. I actually don't know exactly how it works. It doesn't matter. Basically, just do the dailies, then you'll also get the weekly at the same time. That means you don't repeat stuff. It means you get maximum value. It's going to be fantastic. That is what you want to do. Easy. We got the chest. We double up because it's the daily. You have got to be kidding me. That is ridiculous. I haven't got this on my main! Living water staff. That's actually an upgrade for us, of course, right? We have an exotic staff right now. And now we can actually upgrade to an ascended staff as well, which is pretty good. Bit more weapon strength. We can get a few more stats, a bit more boon duration, a bit more healing, of course. On this, I'll probably just make that directly into a celestial staff to kind of just give us a direct upgrade, actually, of what we have right now. It's not the craziest upgrade, right? Like, it'll be 5 more all stats, right? Because it's celestial, so the stats are very spread out. But, yeah, we can absolutely go ahead and do that. And there you go. That is a great example of why you want to do. This is a great idea of why you want to do strike missions, guys. Look at all those strike missions. Isn't that insane? We're getting all that ascended gear. Boom. Love to see that. Living water staff lockdown. Our second ascended drop of the account so far. 2 ascended items without spending any gold. I will say that is pretty lucky, actually. It's pretty lucky, not gonna lie. But you know what? I'll take that. I will 100% take that. We're in business. We're getting rich. We're getting our account value up. We're getting some fat loot and some fat gear. I love to see that. Very nice. Good stuff. Nice. Do your strike missions. That is why. Every day or every week where appropriate.